It was the late 16th century. Japan was divided into several warring territories. This is the story of how three men, using three very different methods unique to their personalities, unified Japan. Oda Nobunaga, the totalitarian who would force you to follow his vision. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the likable character who knew how to enthrall you with his vision. And Tokugawa Ieyasu, the man who would incorporate your vision into his, thus making a unified vision. Nobunaga was a fierce military leader. He had a vision and the determination to unify Japan. Nobunaga lived his life dedicated almost completely to military conquest. His focus on military subjugation enabled him to ruthlessly conquer over one-third of Japan before his death in 1582. Nobunaga was well on his way to unifying Japan until one of his top generals forced him to commit suicide under the aegis of a law that Nobunaga enforced but broke. Nobunaga knew that if Japan was to be unified, it could not be unified by someone who did not adhere to his own laws. So Nobunaga gallantly conceded and took his own life. Nobunaga was brutal and forced people to comply with his vision. However, Nobunaga would never demand anything of anyone that he was not prepared to do himself. Nobunaga is remembered in Japan as one of the most brutal but respected historical figures. Hideyoshi, close to Nobunaga's own age, was a loyal supporter of Nobunaga and was deemed his successor. Hideyoshi was raised as a nameless peasant in a small village in Japan. He was constantly made fun of for his odd looks, but from his youth, Hideyoshi was always fair and loyal to his family and friends. He was determined to become a samurai and bring honor to his mother and sister. Under Nobunaga, Hideyoshi grew from that nameless peasant to one of Nobunaga's top generals. As Nobunaga's successor, Hideyoshi was able to unify all of Japan by 1590, becoming one of the most beloved military leaders in Japan's history. Hideyoshi didn't force people to follow his vision. Rather, he taught people to like the roles, opening up windows of opportunity for them. Hideyoshi saw the potential in people and let them discover that potential. It is said that when Hideyoshi died, all of Japan wept. Tokugawa grew up as a captive of the Oda clan, and although originally an enemy of Nobunaga's, he began seeing the wisdom and the benefits of Nobunaga's vision. Tokugawa eventually became one of Nobunaga's strongest allies, and he courageously followed both Nobunaga and Hideyoshi into battle for the unification of Japan. As Hideyoshi's natural successor, Tokugawa was able to stabilize the unified Japan. As he became shogun, Japan's military leader, Tokugawa capitalized and built upon Japan's love for Hideyoshi. Tokugawa, like Hideyoshi, saw positive qualities in people. However, his focus was now upon stabilizing the country. Tokugawa's genius in stabilizing newly unified Japan was to create jobs for everyone who wanted to work. He recognized a desperate need for it. Tokugawa not only succeeded in perpetuating the unification of Japan, but ensured its longevity by unifying the people, giving them all a piece of his vision.